By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build a complete Para system inside Obsidian, one of the most powerful personal knowledge management apps available today. Para is a proven organizational framework that transforms a cluttered vault full of random notes into a clean, purposeful system where every piece of information has a home and is actually easy to find. If this sounds like what you've been looking for, please hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a tutorial like this. And let's get started. Before you touch a single folder, it's worth spending a moment understanding what Para actually is, because a framework you understand is one you'll stick with. Para was created by productivity expert Tiago Forte, and the name is an acronym: Projects, Areas, Resources, and Archives. The core insight is that all information in your life falls into one of these four categories based on how actionable it is right now, not on what subject it belongs to. Most people organize by topic. They have a folder for health and a folder for work. But Para organizes by the role the information plays, which makes it far easier to decide what to act on and what to simply reference. Go ahead and open Obsidian and launch the vault you want to organize. If you're starting fresh, a brand new empty vault is ideal, but this system works equally well if you're retrofitting an existing collection of notes. You'll just move things in as you go. Take a moment to look at what you already have so you come in with a clear picture. Now you're going to create your first top-level folder. Right-click in the File Explorer panel on the left and choose New Folder, then name it exactly 1-projects. The number prefix isn't required, but numbering your 4 Para folders 1 through 4 keeps them sorted at the top of your File Explorer in the right order, which is a small habit that saves real friction every day. The Projects folder is for anything that has a defined outcome and a deadline, or at least an endpoint. Things like launch my portfolio website, finish the quarterly report, or plan the team off-site. If it doesn't have a clear finish line, it probably doesn't belong here. Create your second folder and name it 2-areas. Areas are the ongoing domains of your life that you're responsible for indefinitely. There's no finish line, just a standard you want to maintain. Good examples are health, finances, learning, your role at work, or a relationship you nurture. The crucial distinction between a project and an area is that projects end, areas continue. Keeping them separate prevents the common mistake of treating a recurring responsibility like a task you can check off and forget. Your third folder is 3-resources. This is your reference library, articles you've saved, research you've done, notes on topics you find interesting, book summaries, and anything you might want to consult in the future but that isn't tied to an active project or an ongoing responsibility. Think of resources as the information you collect because it might be useful someday, rather than because it serves something you're working on right now. Create the fourth and final top-level folder, 4-BAS archives. The archives folder is where things go when they're done or no longer relevant. Completed projects, old notes you've outgrown, an area that no longer applies to your life, they all come here. The archives folder is essential because it lets you keep your active folders clean without ever deleting anything, which means your past work remains searchable and retrievable whenever you need it. Now create a new note at the root of your vault and call it something like Para Dashboard. Inside this note, you're going to add an internal link to each of your 4 folders using Obsidian's double bracket syntax. For example, double bracket, then the folder name, then close the brackets. This dashboard becomes your home base, the note you open first when you sit down to work. It gives you a one-glance overview of your entire system and makes navigation instant. With the structure in place, it's time to populate it. Start by pulling your current active goals and initiatives into the Projects folder. Create 1 note per project. Give it a clear outcome-focused title. Launch client website by July is better than just website. And put any related notes or subtasks inside. Moving your work into projects is often the most clarifying step of the whole process, because it forces you to articulate what you're actually trying to accomplish. Next, go through your responsibilities and group them into the Areas folder. Create a subfolder or a note for each domain: health, finances, learning, and so on. The notes here should capture the standards you want to uphold and the information you regularly return to: your workout log, your budget template, your reading list. These are the notes you open weekly, not daily. In the Resources folder, start saving your reference material: articles, research notes, topic summaries. Create a subfolder for each broad subject area you're interested in, and let it grow organically over time. Don't force yourself to organize everything on day one. Just make sure anything you add has a logical home somewhere inside resources. Once you've moved your active content in, take any older or completed items and shift them into archives. Old projects go here, outdated notes go here, areas that no longer apply go here. Moving something to archives instead of deleting it is a psychological relief. You're not losing it, you're filing it. One of Obsidian's greatest strengths is internal linking, and Para benefits enormously from it. As you work, use double bracket links to connect related notes across categories. A project note might link to a relevant resource, or an area note might link to a completed project in archives. These connections are what transform a folder system into a genuine knowledge graph. You can also add tags when they help. For example, tagging notes with the nature of the content, like a source type or a context. But keep tags supplementary rather than structural. The 4 Para folders do the heavy lifting. Finally, schedule a brief weekly review. 15 minutes is enough to ask yourself whether anything needs to move. A resource might become a project. A completed project should go to archives. A new area might emerge. The system stays useful only if you tend it, and the reviews are what keep it aligned with your actual life. You've now built a complete Para system in Obsidian, and what you have is something genuinely powerful. A single coherent place where every note lives according to its purpose, where your active work stays front and center, and where nothing important ever gets lost. The best next step is to spend one focus session migrating your existing notes, even roughly, so the system starts working for you right away. Save this video and come back to it whenever you need a refresher. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one.